All right. Hello, everyone. Today is the 4th of March. New York will open in around 9 minutes, and we're gonna trade Euro USD or GU. I have no idea why the Discord is loading here, kind of annoying. Anyways, let's go through what happened yesterday. But first, our bias. Weekly, we broke structure to the upside. We are still breaking structure to the upside on Euro. We already did broke structure to the upside on GU. And on the daily, what we can see is yesterday was Monday, and we basically inversed a daily fair value gap, and I thought that we're gonna sweep this daily high here and then move lower, but that did not happen. We completely inversed this daily here, both on GU and Euro, and Euro finally is making also higher highs, just like GU has been doing here. We formed a new high here today, so this was our previous day high yesterday, and this is the previous day low from yesterday. Also in Euro, I'm gonna move these here. I haven't even marked them out, but this is previous day's high. No, previous day's high here, and previous day's low here, just like that. What happened yesterday was, I thought that due to this London's huge bullish move, we can expect a retrace into this weekly open breakaway gap, but that did not happen. We just tapped into it and then skyrocketed, and even this London New York merge, we did not see any kind of retrace, and we just consolidated during the night, and now London opened at this time, and it just started ripping up again. Potential highs that it's targeting right now is probably this one here, so it could sweep this liquidity today. Maybe it could reach this one up here, and this could be our high time frame draw liquidity up here on Euro. And on GU, where it's going is, it already swept these highs here, but we're probably heading towards these highs here, so I'm gonna mark them out as high time frame draw liquidity here. And yeah, fuck it. So yeah, I was looking for a retrace. We kind of got something like in the PM session. Trump started speaking, and there's a liquidity sweep and a short, very short move to the downside, followed by consolidation, little sweep during Asia, and then continuing the upside move. So yeah, I'm gonna clear up the chart now. I uploaded the video of what happened yesterday, everything. I was sitting here for hours talking out my thoughts and my ideas. Did not end up taking any trades. Hopefully today it's gonna change. Actually, I deleted my high time frame draw liquidity, which is not ideal. So this one here and this one here are the highs that we are targeting now on GU. And on Euro, we have this one here. We potentially could fill this breakaway gap up. And also we could target this high and this high up here as our high time frame draw liquidity. However, it could easily happen that we come back into this inverse fair value gap and then move higher later. so I'm gonna keep an eye on that. Also, this daily move could also be just a sweep of these highs and then move lower. So maybe when New York opens in 4 minutes and then later in PM session and at night, we might see this daily as just a long wick sweep of these daily highs here. That could also easily be the case. However, yeah, let's keep an eye on this inverse fair gap also here on GU. I'm gonna mark it out as inverse fair gap here also. Here I did not, so let's see. Inverse fair gap, nice. And on the 4 hour, what we can see is that we had this 4 hour fair gap which was bearish. We inversed it during London and we haven't, I mean, on GU we did tap back into this inverse fair gap and then moved higher. We formed another 4 hour bullish fair gap here in alignment to at the same level of previous days highs. So for fair gap here, let's see on GU. We have a 4 hour fair gap here also, right? Yes, we do. Nice. 4 hour fair gap. So we are likely gonna close this candle up here. If not, then we will see what's gonna happen on the lower time frame. But yes, you can see we broke structure here. We haven't even broken structure to the downside. We just kept this bullish momentum here, and this candle is likely gonna break structure above these highs here in the next 1 hour. So we can potentially see a small retrace towards these highs and then a move to the upside. On the 1 hour, we see there was a bullish 1 hour fair gap here, and now currently are forming the second one. We still have 1 minute to confirm that and tap back into this during New York Open, and then a move up would be very nice. A great setup. Overall, I'm bullish, and we could easily just come back into this breaker here. Breaker block. And where is our order block? Our order block is right here. I mean, yeah, I mean, this is our order block, but I don't necessarily think we're gonna come back this low. On the 30-minute, however, this whole move is our order block, which is actually our breaker blocks level. So I'm gonna mark it out like that. On GU, similar thing. I would say we have this 30-minute fair gap, but also do we have a 1 hour? Yes, we do have this 1 hour fair gap here that we are currently forming, and it's gonna close in 15 seconds. Very nice. I would love to see a retrace into this fair gap and then a move up higher, coming into this order block area here. So that would be awesome to see. Order block. Yes. So nice. I don't necessarily think that we're gonna come back into this 4 hour fair gap. It could easily be the case, however. We also have this 4 hour fair gap that we haven't tapped into it, which we inversed, we inversed this bearish one. So we could, let me see on equilibrium where we are currently. On the equilibrium, yeah, I mean the discount level is at inside our order block, and in euro the discount level is also inside the order block in this blue area here, right below this 1 hour fair gap. I can easily imagine that we're gonna now, since New York just opened, we're gonna come back down into this 1 hour gap, maybe even tap into this order block, this breaker, and then move higher. I don't necessarily think that we're gonna come back into this discount array, and we're just gonna move higher, targeting these highs here. And yeah, is it could it easily happen? Yes, can easily imagine that. Otherwise, since this 4 candle hasn't closed yet, what also could happen is that we close this 4 candle below these highs, indicating that we just swept, and we're gonna come back into this 4 fair gap, maybe even this inverse fair gap here. So my bias could easily change in the upcoming 1 hour, so we gotta keep an eye on that. We also have a 50-minute fair gap here, another one here. We had one here, we respected it, we moved higher. So yeah, I'm also gonna mark out this 50-minute here and this one here, just in case we need it. Nice. On the 30-minute, we have this 30-minute wick here. This is gonna be our London top, and this is gonna be our London bottom here. Nice. And these were our Asian lows, Asian highs. On GU we have this here as our 30-minute wick area. We also have this as our London low here, and this is our Asian lows here early in the morning. Nice. So learning from yesterday, I'm gonna be look for either a rejection of this area and a reverse of this 1 fair gap, tap into order block, break of structure on the 5-minute, and then move higher. That would be the most ideal setup for the day. I'm also gonna mark out these 50-minute fair gaps here. We also had one, we already had one here that we kind of inversed, but then respected, moved higher, forming another 50-minute fair gap here. We have another one at the same level of this 1 hour fair gap here. And there is a small breaker here that I would like to mark out. Nice. If I would count equilibrium from this low here up to this high, our breaker block would be exactly at discount level, so that's very nice to see. Let me move this to the left a little, like that. Same thing here. Alright. So overall, the setup looks good so far. I want to see a little retrace into this 1 hour and 15-minute fair gaps, and then see a break of structure to the upside, and I'm gonna long it for sure. It looks very, very good so far. On the 1 hour, we have this previous hour high here on euro, and we have this previous hour low here. So sweeping this previous hour low, closing the candle above this previous hour low would be nice, and probably by closing a candle on the 1 hour above this previous hour low with a long wick in that candle would indicate that we already broke structure on the 5-minute. So that's nice. Also on GU, I'm gonna mark out previous hour high and low. This was our previous hour high. This was our previous hour low here. nice. So I'm just gonna wait for this hour, this New York Open hour, to play out, come back into this 1 hour fair gap, 15 minutes fair gap, and then decide whether I'm gonna take a long from GU or Euro. So far it looks like Euro has a better risk to reward. If I would long it from here, I hope it's recording, I can target a 1 to 1.7 and then a 1 to 278. However, I don't know if that would be like, that would be a too big of a move for the day. It really depends how bad the DXY is performing. I'm also gonna delete all this shit here. We also have this daily inverse fair gap on the dollar. We are just forming lower lows, following the trend. We are probably targeting this low on the higher time frame. Yeah, I mean, not much other than this to mark out, unfortunately. We are just heading towards these levels here, clearly. So on the 4 hour, there is a 4 hour fair gap here, a bearish one that we formed during London, and there is this breaker area here which we can come back into and then move lower. Breaker block. So if the dollar gains strength, that's when the Euro and GU gonna do the retrace probably. We will see how big of a move that retrace gonna be. It really depends when the dollar wants to stop moving up into this 4 hour fair gap and then move lower. Probably it will probably stop at this breaker and then break structure to the downside, target these lows so we can long these other pairs here, which is perfectly aligning to our bias. So far so good. Once you're gonna work out this as a breaker, why not? Okay. On the 1 hour on the dollar, we see that there is also a 1 hour fair gap here. And there is another one that we already tapped into, respected it, moved lower. And in between these two breakers that I marked out, there is this breaker on the 1 hour, which is very nice. So I expect price to come back into here, make this New York Open a fake move, come back into here and then move lower. That would be ideal. Yeah, on the 30 minute, similar thing. This one fair gap is basically also the 30 minute fair gap here, breaker exactly here. So coming back into here would be nice, but I don't necessarily want any candle to move above or close even inside this area here. If any candle closes inside this area, we might gonna disrespect this 4 hour bearish fair gap and move Euro and GU lower. So keep an eye on that. But other than that, yeah, everything looks good so far. Looks good, honestly. Looks very good. So let's just wait for now how this 30 minute candle gonna close above or below this area here. If it closes above, that's kind of indicating that we're not planning to come back here, but first come back into these levels up here and then do the retrace. But on the lower time frame we have to confirm that furtherly. So yes, I'm gonna actively move these equilibrium levels up with the price moving. also gonna mark out this equilibrium level here. Nice. So yeah, I can easily imagine price to come back into this order block, into these fair gaps, and then move higher. So far, no sign of retrace. Slowly chopping up, up, up. Yes. I also want to mark out this Asian lows here. Just in case. Alright. Hopefully price won't close any candle above this level and starts doing the retrace. That would be nice, honestly. I don't know if I would want to take this short or not. Because the bigger move would happen coming off of this order block, coming off of this breakers on the dollar, and same from euro. The bigger move would happen once you come back into this fair gap area and then move higher. That's kind of higher probability in my eyes, but targeting these highs like today is kind of a big, yeah, like 1.5% in euro and around 1% in GU. GU actually might gives a better risk to reward. Targeting these highs. Yeah, 1 to 2, same thing. 1 to 2.8. It would be better to long this one, honestly. GU has been stronger on the higher time frame, and it has also already honestly on the forward looks better, like looks much more bullish for the euro, but still GU has a lot of potential to come up into these daily highs here. I'm just not sure whether it's gonna happen today or later this week, because coming back into this fair gap could easily happen into this daily here tomorrow. So that could also be the case that today we just walk around, then we come back into this daily tomorrow, and then move higher for the rest of the week, targeting these high time frame draw liquidity here. Yeah. Yeah, for the weekly basis, obviously that we're gonna target these highs, sweep these highs. I'm just not sure whether we're gonna do it today or later this week. Alright, looks like that we came down from this 30-minute area here, swept the highs. Currently trying to break structure to the downside on the 5-minute. And did we already? I think we did. This candle kind of closed below this low, but not obvious. So gotta wait a little bit more. We haven't broken structure to the downside on euro yet. The 5-minute. I mean, shorting here could be interesting. If we would have a breakout structure in the 5-minute, we might gonna take 2 trades today. So if there's a breakout structure in the 5-minute now, and then we come back into this order block, tap into it, equilibrium, bam, short, stop loss above this high, target these levels, these failure gaps, and then take profits off of from here, and then wait for a breakout structure to the upside, long it. That could also be the case for today. The GU on the lower time frame acts a bit more bearish than Euro as of now. We swept previous hour's highs. We look like we're gonna form a bearish 5-minute fair gap in the next 2 minutes. Not confirmed. On Euro, we won't form a bearish 5-minute fair gap in the next 10 minutes. But we're likely gonna break structure on both of these pairs. Dollar is likely also breaking structure to the upside very soon. Come back into this area. I might just want to wait for that to happen, honestly. I don't think I'm gonna take a short in Euro or GU. Gonna wait for the higher probability trade here, which should align to our bias. Oh shit. So yeah, let's just wait. By the way, we have no news today. Nothing, so that's kind of good. We are about to tap into our 1 hour fair gap very soon on GU. And we have just done that coming into this discount array here. Let's see what's gonna happen. We swept previous hour low with that move. When we haven't swept it, we moved below previous hour's low. We swept the high and now moving lower. I can easily imagine that we can come back into this 4 if we get down here, or at least sweep these highs. Sweep these lows. But hopefully, until price reaches this 15-minute fair gap, we will see kind of support level to move to the upside. Yes, we started the down move on Euro also. Let's see the dollar. Dollar is coming up into this breaker area. So on our bearish fair gap with these breakers here. I'm also curious where the discount price is for the dollar. Yes, above this high time frame breaker here. We are about to tap into this 1 hour fair gap. GU is getting deep into the order block. Now at breaker level with this 15-minute fair gap in 1 hour. Dollar broke structure, or is broken structure to the upside on a 5-minute. It depends whether this candle closes bullish or not here above this level. Looks like it will, so euro and GU should fall more. Let's see. It would be so nice to see this 1 hour candle to come into this breaker and then leave a long wick. G has reached our order block here. Euro is still a bit far. We broke structure to the downside with this candle. We haven't even yet touched the previous hour low in euro. We also broke structure here on the 5-minute, and on the 15-minute we haven't broken structure yet. We just stepped into the breaker. So the dollar also broke structure to the upside and is about to do the same thing on the 15-minute, just like on the 5-minute. Hopefully it won't stop here and move lower, but come a bit more deep into this fair value gap. I would love to see come above this 50% level here. Let's see how our 4-hour candle looks like on GU. Looks like a little doji. Yeah, I gotta keep an eye on these highs, whether we close this 4-hour candle below or above. So this one here could easily be just a 4-hour liquidity sweep. We're coming down into this 1-hour fair gap very soon on Euro. We already came into it on GU. Alright, let's see how the dollar will react to this 5-minute bullish fair gap here, or this breaker here. If it closes any candle below this lower 5-minute fair gap, it indicates that we are starting to move lower, and I can start longing Euro or GU. Same thing here. If we disrespect both of these 5-minute fair gaps on these pairs, then kind of meaning that on Euro we're not gonna come to these levels, but GU we already did, and we are likely gonna move higher. So if this 5-minute fair gaps gets disrespected, then we're just gonna move higher. But hopefully the dollar decides to respect this 5-minute fair gap, or at least this one, and move up higher, deeper into this breaker area. I'm looking for any kind of SMT divergence. I don't see much yet. I mean, there is this one, but I don't think this could be marked as an SMT. I'm not sure. That's the only one I see, but I don't think this is a valid SMT divergence. It could be. Looks like they do the very similar moves. This was the low, higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low. Same thing here, low, higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. I'm gonna delete this. Euro finally decided to come into this 1 hour fair gap very soon. We also are currently forming this 15-minute one here, but I'm not gonna mark it out as of now. I would much rather long GU, since the move to the upside would be only a from our entry. So if we would enter right now, this would be less than a 1% move. However, on euro, this would mean a... Oh, actually, it's much less than 1%. That's interesting. But overall, if you would take the daily low, it would be a 1% move. And then GU, if you take the low, it would be a... Oh, 1.5, okay. No, this is euro, okay. So in euro, it would be a 1% move. And on GU, it would be a less than 1% move. That's why I would rather long GU, because I could more easily expect a smaller move to the upside, a smaller percentage move to reach this high than euro. And euro is also a bit more bearish during these days. So I'm gonna keep more time. I'm gonna keep bro. I'm gonna spend more time paying attention to GU's moves than euro's moves. Nice, the dollar decided to move a bit more up into this 1 hour fair gap. Hopefully tapping into these breakers and then break structure to the downside. We can long GU. That would be very nice. Everything would align with our bias. Dollar is bearish, euro and GU is bullish. We're looking for longs. Both of these pairs now have at least tapped into previous hour's low and into the 1 hour fair value gap. Very cool, very nice. I would want to see the dollar just have a little bit more push and then a strong rejection. It might first want to come back into this 5-minute fair value gap. So we can expect a little pullback to the upside on these two pairs here. Coming to these 5-minute fair value gaps, move lower. Could have taken a short here, but I would much rather wait for this higher confluence, higher probability trade here. What's this black line? I'm curious. Okay, so this is just a breakaway gap. Price loves to close a candle to overlap breakaway gaps, so ideally we will close, maybe not today but tomorrow, a candle, ideally today, a candle above this high here. Okay, the dollar is pushing into this equilibrium level. Very nice. Hopefully it won't move any higher than this level here, this 0.382 level. Tap into this 5-minute fair gap and then move lower. That would be nice. See a break of structure below this level. G tapped into this 50-minute fair gap. Getting deeper into the order block, which is good. We can get a better entry. The higher the dollar moves, the better the risk reward we can get if we see a clear break of structure on the 5-minute to the downside. Alright, it tapped into this 50% equilibrium level. If I see a candle close below here, below this 1-hour fair gap, I would say that you're likely gonna move lower and not come any higher here. But what also could be the case that if we would come back lower here, close a candle below here, is just to tap into this 5-minute or this one here and then move a little bit more up higher and then move lower. So it could be a choppy move like this. So if you would come back here and then come back a little bit more up and then move lower, this could also be the case. So whoever starts shorting here gonna set their stop losses maybe to this level, maybe a bit higher than the fair value gap. But ideally what I want to see is now non-stop, come back up here, break of structure and then move lower. That would be ideal in my eyes. Hopefully that's gonna be the case. DXY has reached the first breaker here, the higher time frame breaker, and is struggling to move a bit higher. We are deep in this 1 hour fair value gap now. At 50% level, we tapped into it. Ideally it touches this breaker. If not, it's also fine. If it leaves a long wick, 5-minute candle and closes with a bearish body, that could be our first indication that it wants to stop moving higher. But at least a 1-minute break of structure, so a candle close below this low would be ideal. Look at this long wick 5-minute candle at this equilibrium level. Clearly doesn't really like to move a bit more high. I mean, you can clearly say that it's this level is kind of a rejection area. Curious what's gonna happen in the upcoming minutes. If this 1 hour candle closes below this level, below the 1 hour fair gap, that means the 1 hour fair gap is being supported. We're unlikely to go any higher than this high here if we would close this 1 hour candle in the next 12 minutes below this high. So I can put my stop loss up here and put my stop loss close here for Euro and GAU, get a much better risk to reward. Also gonna mark out this 50-minute fair gap that we just formed on the dollar, overlapping these 5-minute ones. I mentioned that this 1 hour, if it closes below this level in the next 9 minutes, it kind of indicates that this 1 hour fair gap got respected. However, we might just want to come back into this 15-minute and 5-minute fair gaps to move a bit more high. Tap into this 5-minute fair gap, probably this order block, and then move lower. So a bit risky to tell now. I might as well just want to wait for this tap into here and not just blindly enter off of this 1 hour candle close below this 1 hour fair gap, because it can just come up, sweep this 1 hour high here, and then move lower. What would be ideal is that the dollar doesn't really move down into this area, just a little bit more push up and then move lower, disrespecting or even inversing these fair gaps here. That would be nice. G and Euro is still falling, good to see. The more they fall, the better for the long. I'm also gonna mark out this 50-minute bearish fair gap here on Euro and GU, just to keep in mind that price might as well just gonna come back into here and move lower. Gotta keep an eye on this here. This 1 hour candle will close in 6 minutes. Looks like the dollar wants to come back into this 50-minute fair value gap. Let's see how it will react off of it or not. I'll be right back. 1 second. All right. The dollar is just about to tap into this 50-minute bullish fair gap. Let's see how it will react to it. It shouldn't necessarily close any candle below the 50% range. If it does, it means that we will not come back to this level anymore. We will not come back into this 1 hour fair gap, not even reach this 5-minute fair gap, and disrespect this 5-minute fair gap and move lower. That's ideal for us. That means that we can basically long these two pairs, euro and GU, with the stop loss below the lows that we are currently forming. So it really depends how the dollar will react to this 50-minute and 5-minute fair gap here. If it respects it, that's also nice, that's also okay. That means we move higher to this 5-minute bearish fair gap here. Alright, so far it looks like this 5-minute with the 15th fair gap overlap is pretty strong, and we'll push the dollar a bit more up, form one more higher high, and hopefully after that we're gonna break structure and move lower towards these lows here. We already tapped into this 15-minute fair gap on euro once, and we haven't tapped into this 15-minute fair gap on GU, so that's kind of a bullish SMT here. One pair moved up, one pair moved down. Let's see. This 50-minute candle looks like closed above this 5-minute and 15-minute fair gap here. Likely gonna go up more into these breakers here, tap into this 5-minute here, and then move lower hopefully. If not, we're just gonna disrespect all these fair gaps here and continue the trend to the downside, and we're gonna disrespect these 15-minute and 5-minute fair gaps on GU and euro, and also move higher. Let's see whether a 5-minute candle will close below this level or not. Alright, Euro has tapped into the 50-minute once, and now we are deep in it the second time now. Coming into this 5-minute fair gap here. If we disrespect this one, that kind of clearly indicates that we won't move any lower and we can start longing. Currently at equilibrium level, if it would want to go lower, no sign of weakness, so it already broke structure to the upside on a 5-minute. GU has not yet broken structure to the upside. It still hasn't came into this 50-minute bearish fair gap. It respected this one in the order block, which is cool, looks good. I also want to move my previous hour high and low now. So this was our previous hour high, and this was our previous hour low here. We swapped it, and now we're currently moving higher. I'm also going to move previous hour high and low on Euro. We are kind of in between now, and the dollar is looking like it wants to reject these fair value gaps here. We are in 2 minutes. We will see whether we're gonna close a 5-minute candle below this equilibrium level or not. If we do close a 5-minute candle below here, that kind of indicates that we are unlikely to come back up higher here, and we're just gonna move lower, which should indicate that we can start longing. But let's wait for more confluences. As of now, can't tell much. We came into the 5-minute bearish fair gap on Euro. Yes, so let's see how it will react off of that. On the lower time from the 5-minute, you can obviously tell that Euro is much stronger now than GU. So yes. Let's see. So far it looks like the dollar just wanted to come into discount price and move the price a bit more up on the 5-minute. In 45 seconds we will see whether this candle is gonna close or above or below this level here. But I think soon enough we will be able to start looking for entries for a long. At least Euro really wants to go up. GU not really, but it really depends what the dollar is showing. I think the dollar gonna come up. I'm gonna showcase the two scenarios. The dollar gonna come up, sweep this high, maybe tap into this 5-minute fair gap, maybe even the order block, ideally not. And then we see a break of structure here, and then we can enter, and it's gonna move lower. That's one scenario. In this scenario, what we're gonna see in Euro is it's gonna come lower, tap into this 15-minute fair gap, and then break structure to the upside, and we can target these highs that we marked out. Same thing on euro. It will probably come down, maybe sweep this low here, or maybe even tap into this 4-hour favor gap, then break structure and move higher. The other scenario would be on these pairs that the dollar, come on bro, the other scenario would be if the dollar doesn't want to come up here, which is now getting pretty unlikely, as you can see on the 5-minute, is that the dollar decides to move lower, disrespect all this, and just move lower here from now on. In that case, we can look for longs pretty early and set our stop loss below this level here on both of these pairs if you would want to. There's a small SMT on the 1-minute, but I don't mark out the 1-minute SMTs. So yeah, but the first case scenario is more likely now that I see this dollar move. So we are pretty much just waiting for the dollar to reach this level here, tap into this breaker or even this 5-minute favor gap, ideally not the order block, break structure to the downside, and we can start longing euro and GU. Also, what I want to show is as you can see, this was our previous high on the dollar, and sweeping this high would be awesome. Sweeping this high, tap into this 5-minute, move lower. This was our previous low. It would be like a similar scenario on euro. Sweep this previous low here, tap into the breaker block, and move higher, maybe even the order block, maybe even the 50-minute fair value gap. GU, it's very deep into the order block now, coming into discount price on this long leg since the day's low. Yeah, that would be perfect actually. We're currently already sweeping this hourly low here, and now we just reached this discount price array level. I'm gonna delete this equilibrium, we don't need this anymore. Hopefully this low won't be taken out. If it does, ideally it will be just a 5-minute sweep, and yeah, that would be awesome. On dollar, on the euro, sweeping this hourly low would be even more ideal. As you can see, euro is much stronger regarding this bullish trend. It hasn't even reached the breaker yet, while GU is already very deep into this order block under the breaker. So yeah, the dollar has just swept previous hour's high. Let's see how it will react to it. With this strong 5-minute move. Hopefully it reaches this breaker at least. But this 15-minute candle should not really close above this previous hour high. That wouldn't be nice to see. So ideally a quick sweep now. And in the next 12 minutes it will come down below this previous hour high. That would be a nice entry, honestly. A quick tap into this 5-minute fair value gap. Euro is about to sweep, or has already swept the previous hour low. Yes, it did. Nice. G is also very deep, coming closer to this low. Hopefully it will respect it, otherwise hopefully it will only be just a sweep. The dollar has reached the breaker. Let's see how this 5-minute candle will close. But I would much rather wait for this 50-minute candle to close for more confluence. It would be a stronger confirmation. Yes, yes, yes. We are just about to form this 5-minute bearish fair gap here. In the next 30 seconds. Just by in itself, if you disrespect it, would be very good indication that I can take the long here. 5-minute fair gap here. Same 5-minute fair gap on euro. I'm gonna delete this 15-minute, we already disrespected it. And this 5-minute, we already tapped into it, it's not relevant anymore. GU, it still hasn't mitigated those two. GU is a bit more weak on the lower time frame. The higher time frame, however, it's much stronger than euro. Let's see how the dollar will react here. In this 15-minute candle, we still have 9 minutes, so ideally, in this upcoming 9 minutes, it taps into this 5-minute and move lower. If it closes, the 15-minute candle closes below this 1-hour high, I'm in. Come on, a quick tap into this 5-minute, please. Euro has finally reached the order block. This 50-minute bullish fair gap already got mitigated, and now we are looking like we disrespected, but probably just to tap into this order block, maybe come into this 50-minute bullish fair gap here. GU looks like gonna sweep this low here. Also gonna erase this 50-minute fair gap here. Not relevant anymore. Oops. The dollar tapped into the 5-minute fair gap. Very nice. Alright, now we have to see a strong strong rejection off of it. Otherwise, it might just want to reach this order block here. But hopefully in the next 7 minutes it will come down and already does the move to the downside. Nice, we are getting more far away from this 5-minute bearish fair value gap. Looks like we respect it, and hopefully this 15-minute candle is also gonna close below this previous hour high. Otherwise I can't do anything else but wait. Let's see. So this 5-minute candle closed, I believe, inside this 5-minute bearish fair value gap. Yes. Alright, let's see what's gonna happen now. Probably come back into this previous hour high and then move higher to the order block and then see a break of structure. I'm gonna short somewhere here then. I mean long the other pairs. Or other scenario, we're just gonna move into this order block and then see a break of structure. So I can take a long on the other pairs. G is reaching this 1 hour order block here. As you can see, this is the 1 hour order block basically. We are just about to come in here, maybe tap into this 4-hour fair value gap. We're also targeting these London lows here. €1, we tapped into the 15-minute bullish fair value gap. Very nice. And looks like we're gonna close this 15-minute candle on the dollar above previous hour high. Oh wait, it might not. It might not. Okay, okay. Let's wait for this to play out. as I said, if this 50-minute candle closes below this high, it kind of indicates that we are gonna start moving lower. Ooh, big spike into this 5-minute bearish area gap on GU and Euro. We actually formed two bearish 5-minute fair gaps on Euro. Cool. I mean, technically we have two here also on GU, but very small. We can get a much better sword on GU so far. Let's see. Our 30-minute candle will be closed in 20 seconds. Nice doji candle on the 5-minute. Okay. Let's see. Nice. All right. Let's see how this 5-minute fair gap can hold or not. If it doesn't, we won't move any higher. That's nice. Not order block, fair value gap. I'm gonna delete these down here. Not relevant anymore for us. And oops, not this one, but this one. The equilibrium would be down here. And as of the whole London move, equilibrium would be up here. And we haven't yet reached it, however. So it could easily, the dollar can easily come up above this 50% level first to then move lower. when it comes to the London move on the other pairs. On Euro we did tap into the discount level already, and on GU I think we are even more deep into that. Yes, we are very deep in this equilibrium London move. So yeah, basically let's wait for this 5-minute fair gap to be disrespected to just confirm that the dollar won't move any higher to this order block. Even if it does, I'm gonna put my stop loss on the other pairs a bit more deep, just to make sure whether the dollar wants to come up above this discount level or not. But yeah, if this gets disrespected, it's kind of obvious that we're gonna break structure to the downside and move lower towards these lows here, meaning we're gonna move higher towards these highs here, and we can take a nice long. If, however, the dollar reaches the order block first, I'm gonna wait for a 5-minute breakup structure here, meaning if the next candle is gonna come up here closing bullish, I'm gonna wait for a 5-minute candle to close below this low here. Once we do that, it kind of means that we're gonna disrespect this 5-minute fair gap and move lower. What happened to my drawings? Alright. You're deep in this order block on GU. Not so deep, but still inside the order block on Euro. Already tapped into the 50-minute fair gap in equilibrium. Ideally, this 1 hour candle won't close above previous hour's high. That would be a deal breaker. If this candle closes above this hour's high, that's very not ideal. That kind of means that we are likely moving even to the top of this order block. Let's see the whole day's equilibrium level. Hopefully we won't move any higher than this level here. I mean, closing a 1 hour candle above this level here would kind of indicate that the dollar is going to move higher. Maybe towards these highs here. So yes, ideally this 1 hour candle won't close above this previous hour high. It should hold. Did this 5-minute fair gap that we tapped into already not relevant anymore. Also this 50-minute, wait, what's this? Yeah, not relevant anymore here. This one is not relevant anymore here. The breaker block is not relevant anymore. These ones are kind of relevant still. On the euro we have similar situations. This 1 hour fair gap is not relevant anymore, I believe. We already came into it once, yes. The 50-minute fair gap, we tapped into it once, but I'm gonna keep it just in case. Currently forming a bearish 50-minute fair gap. Let's see whether it's gonna get formed or not. This 5-minute not relevant anymore. That one is still there, haven't mitigated, so I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna also draw out this one here. We kind of tapped into, so no, not relevant anymore. Dollar coming up to this order block. Let's see how it will react. Also, it's gonna reach the discount price since London move, since London open. In 20 minutes, it's gonna be 4 p.m. here, meaning that the volatility is gonna start to form its peak, and hopefully we see a breakout structure to the downside. This order block really should show some kind of rejection off of it. This 5-minute fair gap here, I'm gonna erase it. We don't need it anymore. Also, this 1 hour fair gap looks like it's gonna get completely filled. And this 4 hour fair gap is gonna be formed up here. There is a breaker here. Well, we are at these breakers already, so if we go to the 1 hour, as you can see, we ideally should already see some kind of weakness from the bulls. Like, we really should see a breakout structure very soon on the dollar, and obviously a breakout structure on GU and Euro would be ideal also. We swept this low here on GU, I believe, barely. Euro, we are far away from it, so it's kind of a bearish, I mean, a empty divergence here. Not like a very strong one, but still relevant. A breakout structure would be on the 5-minute up here. And the breakout structure on Euro would be up here on the 5-minute. I have no idea where my drawings went. Come on, bro. All right. Bro, where did it go? Anyways, this would be our breakout structure on GU. It probably will tap into this 4-hour gap. That would be also cool. I don't have to worry about it anymore then. If we would tap into it in JU. What I'm worried about is that the dollar won't show any kind of weakness here. Let's wait for it to happen. It really shouldn't go above this order block. It really shouldn't. If I would have shorted JU, it would have been off of this 50-minute fair gap, but we never tapped into it. And on Euro I could have shorted, but it wouldn't have been a nice risk reward. So like we would just get a 1-to-1. So far we would have gotten a 1-to-1, but yeah, I'm happy I did not short at the open of New York session. Still patiently waiting for this reversal. Hopefully get a break of structure soon. These bullish candles are getting weak. On the 15-minute and on the 5-minute, we're likely gonna break structure soon. Hopefully on these pairs we're gonna see a break of structure also. If J would tap into this 4-hour gap, that would be nice, very ideal. Tap into also these London lows on the 30-minute. Kind of a support level. Sweep this low here. Move higher. Yeah, tap into this 4-hour move higher idea. That's nice. That would be nice. Yeah, hopefully we're not gonna continue to the downside, and this won't be just a sweep of these daily highs. Same for the euro. Hopefully we won't just sweep this high here and move lower. Could be the case easily. So gotta wait for more confluence. Hopefully the dollar gonna respect this order block. Otherwise, the buy is gonna change, and we are likely just gonna come into this daily inverse, maybe even today. Come to these lows down here. But why are they still here? Where's my break of structure? Okay. I swear I deleted these ones, I swear. What's going on? Alright, the dollar is forming higher highs, is about to tap into this order block. Let's see. Alright, it did tap into the order block. Let's see how far it goes. Euro, not as bearish as GU. GU is reaching the 4-hour fair gap soon. GU is very deep into discount now, from daily low to daily high. We could have gotten a short here on Euro, like tap into this 5-minute bearish fair gap once we broke structure to the downside at New York Open, and a 1-2 would have hit already, but I wasn't interested in taking a short. On Geo we wouldn't have even entered here. Still waiting for this break of structure to the upside. Our 5-minute break of structure would be now over these highs here. On Euro and over these highs here. On GU. I'm gonna delete this 5-minute fair gap, not relevant anymore. If we would break structure here and close the 1 hour candle above this previous low, that would be very, very nice. But it should happen very soon, in the next 8 minutes. We are also about to break structure on the dollar, and same should apply here. So this candle, this 1 hour candle in the next 8 minutes should come below this previous hour high, ideally. Alright, looks like we are about to break structure on the euro. Dollar is chopping around. Wait, I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Dollar is trying to move a bit more high. Euro hasn't broken structure to the upside yet. GU neither. But GU looks like it wants to pretty soon. But ideally it reaches first this 4-hour fair gap, and then move higher. Otherwise I have to put my stop loss below this 4-hour fair gap just in case if I would long GU. The 1 hour candle will close very soon in 3 minutes and 36 seconds. I mean 3 minutes and 5 seconds. Okay. Let's see what happens once the candle closes, the 1 hour candle. Hopefully at 4 p.m. we won't see like a big spike to the upside. We are at discount now. Euro also is in discount. GU also is deep in discount now. We formed a bearish inverse 1 hour fair gap, however, that I missed to mark out. That could be our first take profit, honestly, because price could just decide to move lower. If we would enter long here somewhere, it's at a 1-to-1 risk to reward. Euro does not have a 1 hour inverse, which is cool. It's far away from this 4 hour bullish fair gap also. Let's see. Alright, the 1 hour candle gonna close in 10 seconds. I'm already moving previous hour's low towards this hour's low, and previous hour high towards this high here. Same thing applying to here. Let's see. So we have previous hour high here, previous hour low here. On GU we have previous hour high, come on bro, where's my drawing? Alright, so previous hour high we have here now, previous hour low here. Hopefully it's just a sweep and tap into this 4-hour gap and move higher. That would be ideal. Come on, bro. Where's my drawings? Damn. Come on, bro. Alright, we set previous hour low just now. If we would be able to break structure here on the 5 minutes, that would be nice, very nice. We also tapped into this 4-hour fair gap. I would still put my stop loss below here, maybe even below London low. On euro, if my drawings would freaking show up, I would appreciate that. Same with the dollar. Where the fuck are my drawings, bruv? Please. Oh my god. Alright. So this is our previous or low here on euro, I believe. Let's double check. No, it was here. Okay. And then GU, it was there. Down here. Okay. The dollar, please, please, please. Nice. We have our previous hour low high here, low here. We are now in the order block. This 4-hour gap for some reason is still, I swear, why did all the drawings I deleted came back? They all came back, whatever. All right. Come on, bro. Okay. I'm gonna delete these breakers. I'm gonna keep this one here though. Now or never. Now or never. Let's see how price will react to this open, to this 4-hour candle open. I have no idea why it's not loading. It's so annoying. Bro, I swear. Alright, I can imagine. We're gonna break structure here. There was a sweep here. A sweep here from previous or low. Break of structure here would be nice. Alright, looks good. Looks good. We swept previous or high, looking like we're gonna break structure on the dollar. Now our drawings came back also. We tapped into the 4-hour forever gap. We swept this low here, swept this low here, swept this low here. We're about to break structure. Once we break once we break structure, I'm gonna be looking for longs finally. For some reason, Euro doesn't wanna show my drawings. That's so annoying. Come on, bruv. Why is it so hard to load? Nice push. Very nice push. We're actually breaking structure here. On the 5-minute, on the GU. Where my drawings are, bruv? Where are my drawings? Nice. So a 5-minute breakout structure would be, it actually just did a 5-minute breakout structure right here. Very cool. Candle close below this low. Nice. We got the breakout structure on the dollar on the 5-minute. Cool. Does this make I'm longing now? No. I need a confirmation. One confirmation could be on euro disrespecting this 15-minute bearish fair value gap here. That would be nice. Another could be obviously a 5-minute break of structure on GU. But this looks very good so far. That was what I've been waiting for. A 15-minute candle close inside this 5-minute fair gap could also be a great indication that we're gonna move lower. Or 2 5-minute bearish fair gaps now at the break of structure would also be a great indication to long. We're gonna get the break of structure on a 5-minute on GU very soon. Very nice. We have this small order block here on the 5-minute. A tap back into it would be nice for a long. Hopefully euro is also about to break structure to the upside. Hopefully we will get that nice push. We got the volatility now. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, where are my drawings? Oh, damn. Looks like we won't have the break of structure as of now on GU. Maybe 30 seconds. But the dollar might just want to push higher. I thought there's gonna be at least one 5-minute bearish fair gap forming, but no. Looks like we're also engulfing this bearish candle here. Not ideal. Yeah, not ideal. And we did not break structure on GU. Looks like we're gonna move lower on Euro and GU. Dollar wants to move a bit higher. So this wasn't a valid 5-minute break of structure. We closed the bearish 50-minute candle though. Euro is likely also want to sweep this low, tap into the 4-hour gap, maybe even come to London lows. GU is trying hard now, but since it already tapped into this 4-hour gap, and actually it hasn't yet tapped into the London lows, but the 4-hour gap, yes. It's deep into discount. Euro is forming lower lows. We are now at 50% of this hourly order block here. Was this really just a sweep? Yeah, it looks like it was just a daily sweep. Yeah, looks like we won trade today again. Looks like we missed our short that we could have taken, but I'm not that disappointed, honestly. Yeah, looks like the dollar just wants to move higher and higher, meaning Euro and G are gonna fall down into this daily inverse fair gap that we formed during Monday. Not here, I mean not daily, sorry, yes, daily. So I'm gonna come back into here probably. Yes, Euro is coming into this 4-hour fair gap now. GU Just already tapped into the 4-hour gap, but it might want to go a bit lower and probably come into this inverse here. So yeah, this was a sweep. This 4-hour doji could have indicated for me that we are likely just sweeping this high here and these highs here and move lower. But I did not want to take short. My bias was bullish. The hourly was bullish. The 4-hour was bullish. Still waiting for that reverse maybe to happen, but looks like the dollar has went over this order block. Very not good. Very not good for the short that I was looking for. I mean the long on the other pairs. This 1-hour gap got rejected. This breaker did not do shit. This order block looks like doesn't want to do shit. From daily high, we are very deep into equilibrium. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna do reverse anytime soon. Maybe later in the PM session, but I'm not trading PM session. So looks like no trades today either. This short would have been nice on Euro. It would have played out. This setup wasn't on GU. This retrace into this 5-minute fair gap could have been a nice short. Set the short limit here. Target this low here. Almost a 1 to 4. Target this, maybe it's a 1 to 4. Would have played out. But yeah, I just did not want to take any shorts. Probably after this candle move, I should have caught my head like, hey, like this cannot be the fake move anymore, because this candle clearly shows we want to move lower. So yeah, for a very, very high confidence setup, we also could have gotten a 1 to 2 on Euro. But let's wait, because this 4-hour fair gap here on Euro that we don't see for some fucking reason, it could still hold, and there's this hourly order block here that could technically push price higher. We also have this 4-hour fair gap that we now fully filled up, and we have this London low tapped into it very deep, and looks like we are coming out of it very nicely. So let's wait. The dollar should really show like a very strong, like this sweep here. This could be just a liquidity sweep here. If we disrespect this candle here and like completely fill it up, close a candle below here, that would be my last chance for a long on the other pairs. Otherwise, I'm not taking any longs. So let's wait for that. Alright, looks like we're gonna have a long wick to 1-hour candle here. We still have 35 minutes though, but this looks like a liquidity sweep here. This order block might actually hold. That we deleted here. Mark just like this. Actually, it's right here. So there is still a little potential, but it really depends how this 5-minute fair gap with this breaker gonna do. It might as well just stop into here and move higher. It's kind of an inverse here. So yeah, probably not gonna, probably this order block won't be respected. I'm not sure. Gotta wait for this 5-minute fair gap with this breaker to see how much it's gonna hold or not. But looks like the euro tapped into this 4 and wants to move higher. It also formed this 5-minute bearish fair gap, which we just tapped into. There's also a breaker here. Probably in GU we have a similar situation. We have a 5-minute fair gap here. We tapped into it. Looks like we want to move lower off of it. We also came deep into this 4 fair gap and the London lows. Oops. I'm gonna delete this for now. This is our new order block here. If this would be a liquidity sweep, so if this is a liquidity sweep, then technically we can, and we tapped into this 4 fair gap and London lows. If I see a break of structure here, disrespecting this 5-minute fair gap, that would be nice. But let's see how the Dow will react to this breaker with this 5-minute fair gap. This 4 candle will close in 30 minutes also, so the next 4 hour once it starts, so in the next 30 minutes we can see a sweep into this breaker here into the 4 and then move lower. That could also be the case. I don't know if I would want to wait more for that. It looks like this order block holds very well so far. But let's wait for this breaker here with this 5-minute. How it's gonna close in the next 1 minute. Euro is also gonna tap into this breaker with this 5-minute bearish. Looks like we are about to inverse this 5-minute, or at least disrespect it on GU, which is nice. We still have hope, a little bit of hope. Like this setup looks kind of good, like liquidity sweep here, 4 fair gap tap, tap into this 30-minute London low, long wick. We also tapped into this 30-minute fair gap once. The next one is up here, so this 30-minute candle close like this, okay. Looks like we invalidated this 5-minute bearish fair gap. Okay. Euro also is about to reach this breaker here. DXY closed the 5-minute candle inside this 5-minute bullish fair gap under the breaker. Let's see how price will react off of that. Like if this candle gonna close bullish, a break of structure under it would mean that we're gonna completely invalidate this 5-minute bullish fair gap, and we're gonna move lower. Which should indicate that this order block will hold. And look at this long wick 50-minute candle. Looks beautiful. Looks beautiful. We just wanted to sweep this hourly high. But yeah, gotta keep an eye on that, because in my eyes, what also could be the case is that since we're gonna close this 4-hour candle in 30 minutes, we might want to close it, go a little bit lower in the next 4 hours at the start, sweep this 4-hour high here, tap into this breaker, tap into the 4-hour fair gap, and then move lower. So in the PM session, there could be a short opportunity, or maybe even before PM session, late London New York merge. But as of now, it looks like this 5-minute fair gap with this breaker will hold, and looks like Euro's breaker with this 5-minute fair gap holds. It's only GU's 5-minute bearish fair gap that looks like got invalidated, but still hasn't broken structure. So yeah. Gotta wait for more confluence. Dollar wants to move higher. These two want to move lower. So as I said on the dollar, we have this 4-hour candle gonna close in 27 minutes. I can imagine that we're gonna come down into this 1-hour inverse and then sweep this high, tap into breaker, tap into 4-hour fair gap, and then move lower later. So yeah, you see this 1-hour here, 1-hour fair gap. Come down here, sweep this, move lower. Or other case scenario, we're just gonna move higher. Higher. And these two pairs gonna move lower into this inverse here. But this 15-minute long wick candle looks promising. Looks like just a sweep here. Sweep of this low, tap into 4-hour. Same thing. Sweep here, tap into this 4-hour. Like, looks very clean. So yeah, invalidating this breaker block with this 5-minute bearish fair gap would kind of indicate that we're gonna break structure, and this was just a liquidity sweep and move higher. But the dollar also has to invalidate this breaker block with 5-minute bullish fair gap here. This was also technically a liquidity sweep then. And the only thing that would make me worried is this inverse fair gap here, this 1-hour fair gap. So that the dollar can use it as like a support to come into this 4-hour bearish fair gap in alignment to this breaker, and then move lower. Let's wait. Alright, boys, looks like we are breaking structure out of the order block. Very nice. This is our 5-minute breakup structure on GU, and we also look like we're disrespecting this 5-minute breaker with this bearish 5-minute fair value gap. So we also broke structure here. The dollar, same thing. Looks like we want to respect this order block here. We still have 16 minutes to close this 1 hour candle. I do not necessarily think that if we close this candle like this, that we're gonna just step into this inverse fair gap and come back up here to this 4 hour fair gap. We are way too far from it. So acknowledging this, we're also breaking structure now here nicely. So I'm gonna draw this out as our order block here. So it's like a liquidity sweep, a higher time frame order block tap, respect it, and now we're breaking structure to the downside. We look like we disrespected this 5-minute bearish fair gap with this breaker here nicely. Same thing on euro. Tapped into this 4 hour fair gap, liquidity sweep inside this high time frame order block, and now breaking structure to the upside nicely. Very nice to see price to do that. Long wick into this 4 hour fair gap. So I'm just gonna wait for a tap back into this order block here. And then I can start longing. The question is, which one do I want to long? GU or euro? Well, we can have a 1 to 3 on GU, and we can have a, a 1 to 2.5 if I would want to put my stop loss under this low here. Or if I would want to put my stop loss under here, it's only 1 to 2 here. I think I'm gonna long euro. So let's see. Okay, let's see how this will play out. I'm gonna wait for retrace into this 5-minute order block here. Or if you would form a 5-minute bullish fair gap, a retrace into that, and I can put my stop loss a bit higher here. Dollar is nicely showing a nice rejection off of this area here. Look at this long wick, liquidity sweep, long wick 1 hour candle. If we would close it bearish, even better. I do not necessarily think that we gonna we just close this just to come into this bullish fair gap and go higher. Even though there's a 4 hour fair gap here up, I think we want to move lower today. So far looks good. Let's see. If I would want to put my stop loss here, then we would have a slightly better risk reward ratio on GU, and no, actually euro has a much better risk reward, almost a 1 to 4. So yeah, and it looks a bit more bullish than GU. Gotta be careful though, because the dollar might as well have just wanted to come back into this area here and move higher off of that. So if this 5-minute bearish fair gap forms, I'm gonna wait for the next candle and wait for that to close somehow. If it closes below it as a bearish candle with a wick in it, I'm in. I am in. If it doesn't form a bearish 5-minute fair gap, I'm gonna wait a little bit more just to make sure that it's not a fake move. I'm gonna delete this. We invalidated this breaker with this 5-minute bearish, and we are currently forming this bullish one here. Nicely on GU, same thing. We have this bullish one here that we're currently forming with a small breaker. Let's wait whether this is gonna get formed or not on these pairs. Looks like we will. Nicely. Nice. Beautiful. Beautiful push. Ideally it will come back for us. Nice. Okay. I'm gonna grab my phone here. I think I'm gonna trade GU actually because it's more likely to break structure early on the 50-minute, and it has a bit better risk to reward if I would enter off of this 5-minute fair gap here. Nice. I placed the buy limit at exactly this 5-minute fair gap top. So yes, I put my stop loss under this low. Let's wait for price to do something. Hopefully our buy limit gonna get hit here. Please hit the buy limit. We have a bunch of confluences. We have this 4-hour fair gap here. We tapped into it, long wicks out of it. Liquidity sweep. Our 1-hour candle looks bullish here. Very nice so far. I just hope it's gonna come back to our 5-minute fair gap. We're not taking the long on euro. We're taking a 1 to 2, nice setup, not risking too much. Could have put my stop loss here, but a bit too risky. But honestly, I'm gonna change my stop loss, put up there. to this low. I do not think it's gonna go to that 4-hour low anymore. I mean this low here. So I put my stop loss here to the liquidity sweep area. Risking 1%, hopefully the buy limit gonna get hit. And we can target an overall 1 to 3 ish setup here. Not a clear 1 to 3, but like a 1 to 2.9. Hopefully it's gonna come down to this level here. Push up, please. The dollar should also come up into this 5-minute bearish. So our buy limit gonna get hit on GU. Alright, so let's wait for that to happen. We have the stop loss down here. We got our 5-minute break of structure with a 5-minute bullish fair gap. Nice sweep here. Honestly, this setup looks good in my eyes. I just want the price to come back into this 5-minute bullish fair value gap. If that doesn't happen, then I'm not taking any trades. I'm not gonna enter later. I might consider it, but I'm gonna de-risk for sure. It's very close to just step into it. Hopefully it's gonna revisit it. Otherwise I'm gonna cancel this buy limit order. I'm a little bit worried of this inverse fair gap here. If it reaches this, the dollar reaches this inverse fair gap first, I'm gonna delete my buy order, because that would mean GU starts flying up and it might as well just reverse, and because of the dollar to reach this 4-hour fair gap here, which I kind of doubt to happen. But hey, gotta be careful here. So let's wait for this 5-minute to hit or not to hit. Getting close now. Euro is just ripping. Should have longed euro. No, it's fine. Euro broke structure to the upside on the 5 minute already and currently breaking structure on the 15 minute. I mean, technically not, but alright, we are in on GU. We are in on GU. Very nice. Let's see what price wants to do. The dollar probably wants to first come back up into this 5 minutes. We're gonna be in a drawdown probably on GU with that, but I'm not worried. The setup is cool, it looks good. On the higher time frame it looks good. So far it's good. So far I'm pleased. Liquidity sweep, 4-hour tap, London lows. I think it's cool. I think it's nice so far. Stop loss below this low here. I just don't want to see getting this 5 minute fair gap to be invalidated inverse. So ideally this candle that we entered off of now will close above, or at least inside this 5 minute fair gap. If it closes above, that's even better. So let's see. Let's see. We swept previous hour lows. We swept this low here, tapped into the 4-hour fair gap, tapped into this London low here. Multiple confluences to continue to the upside. Overall, we are bullish on the 1 hour. Haven't broken structure here. And we just closed our 1 hour candle like that. So hopefully we're not gonna sweep this low here. Looks like we closed our 5 minute candle inside or at the bottom of this 5 minute bearish fair gap. A little bit of drawdown now. All right. So my first take profit is probably gonna be this previous or high here. If we don't hit that, I'm just gonna get stopped out. I don't mind. But once we hit this previous or high, I'm gonna take some profits, put my stop loss to break even. Otherwise, I'm just gonna get stopped out. Euro is flying. The dollar kind of wants to go lower, but just chopping around first. It might want to revisit this order block, tap into this 5 minute and then move lower. So yeah. I'm gonna keep it like this here. Okay, I don't have anything else to do other than wait for price to hit either stop loss or TP1. I'm actually gonna mark out for you guys. This is TP1 here. Oops. And TP2 I can target this high here. I mean, wait, let me go to the 50 minute. I can target the bottom of this 50 minute fair gap. However, I don't necessarily wanna take my second profit up here. I would much rather put it up here, so at this 5 minute fair gap. So I'm gonna take profit here and TP3 up here. Yeah, that looks alright. I mean, I don't know if I don't necessarily think that today we're gonna come up here towards these highs. Could be the case. I might gonna leave just a small amount of my lot size to play out or hit break even. First, we just have to confirm that we're not gonna hit stop loss. So, yeah. Currently in a little bit of profit, not much. This 5-minute fair gap held well so far. To me, it looks good. So let's wait a little bit. I'll be right back very soon. All right. I am back. And as you can see, we hit stop loss. But I am not disappointed at all. In fact, I'm happy that at least when it comes to the direction and the reverse, I was correct. So if I would have kept my stop loss here, down here, as the first initial stop loss that I intended to set, then we would still be in the trade and probably hit TP1 very soon. So I'm happy, I'm genuinely happy to learn a lesson here, which is that if there is this 4-hour fair gap here, I should have kind of put my stop loss under this low, which was the most recent low, as you can see, this hourly low here. Should have put my stop loss there. The funny thing is that we just barely got stopped out, and direction wise we were correct. I think the setup was okay. The reason why we kind of haven't instantly started going to the upside was because the dollar has not yet tapped into this 5-minute fair gap here. So we entered somewhere here on GU when the dollar was down here, and it was kind of obvious that it wants to come back into this order block first, tap into this 5-minute bearish, and then move lower, which happened actually, and tapped into this inverse fair gap, and looks like it's gonna continue lower. It doesn't want to come back into this 4-hour fair gap up here, as you can see, into this breaker. I mean, as of now it looks like it, I don't know, but yeah, unfortunate. I am happy, even though it's a loss. I am happy. Jew is about to hit TP1, so yeah, I mean, if I would have put my stop loss down here, and I could have taken profit up here, even if it's not a 1-to-1, it's only a 1 to 0.8, it would have been my first TP for sure, and it's about to hit, and tomorrow we will see whether all the TPs would have gotten hit or not if I wouldn't have put my stop loss down here. So yeah, unfortunate, but overall I think it wasn't a bad trade, even though it was a loss. I think the setup was great. The liquidity sweep 4-hour fair gap here, London lows down here, little order block like this long wick here on the 1 hour with a bullish body close, no bearish fair gap. I think it's quite good. TP1 at this bearish inverse, will about to hit. Purely the only mistake I made was that I should have waited for the dollar to come back into this order block, into this 5-minute fair gap. The interesting thing is that if we would have taken the long off of the Euro's 5-minute bullish fair gap, then we would still be in. I would have set my stop loss similarly as we set on GU down here, and we would have already hit a 1-to-1 already, and even if, yeah, I mean, like a 1 to 1.7, if I would have put my first TP up here to this bearish 5-minute that we haven't mitigated. And yeah, I mean, I just did not want to take a euro for some reason, probably because the risk to reward was a bit less, a bit worse than on GU. On GU it would have been a 2.92, and on euro it's only a 2.66. But yeah, I don't I'm not disappointed at all. I'm just here to gain experience, to gain market experience, and this loss helps him a lot. What I don't really know, and I'm curious whether you guys can answer this question, is I'm genuinely curious. Why did we not do as big of a retrace on euro as we did on GU? That's kind of what makes me curious, because we were much closer to break structure here on the 15 minute here on GU than on the dollar, and the risk to reward was better. We kind of did break structure here earlier actually, but yeah, I'm just curious why we disrespected this 5-minute fair gap on GU and not disrespected on euro. I have to look into this, and that's it. Honestly, this trade would have been nice. I think we almost hit TP1 actually. If we wouldn't have had our stop loss at this level here, like we barely just got wigged out. Yeah, taking the L, but I'm happy. I am genuinely happy. It's a good experience to have. So yeah, that's for today. I went to make some food, that's why I wasn't here. I'm about to go to the gym. I have some things to do. Gonna go move on with my life. I'm not gonna just sit here and cry. And yeah, see you tomorrow. Let's see what's going on tomorrow on Wednesday. We're gonna have some news. Some PMI later in the afternoon. Non-farm employment change after New York Open. We will see how this affects the market, and even if I'm gonna take a trade, I'm gonna de-risk to maximum 0.5% of the account. If there is a good setup. If there's no good setup like this one tomorrow, I'm not gonna take a trade. Yeah, the other trade I could have taken was at market open, shorting euro when it formed two bearish 5-minute fair gaps, tapped into both of them and respected the first one that it formed. Could have entered off of the first one, stop loss at this high here, and could have targeted this low here with this 4-hour fair gap. We would have hit a nice 1, 2. Oh wait, that's a long. We don't want long. We wanted to short, right? So I could have entered off of that, but would have hit a 1 to almost a 1 to 4. If I would have extended it to 1 to 4, it would have hit here in this 4-hour fair gap. But I was not bearish. I was just expecting a small retrace and then move higher, and now off of this 4-hour fair gap I was waiting for that to happen, because it did not happen here. So I waited for this to happen here, and I ended up taking the trade on GU, unfortunately, which got me wigged out. So yeah, that's the recap for the day. Lessons learned: wait for the dollar to come back into that 5-minute bearish, and I have to learn how to choose between these two pairs, which one to long or short, because I genuinely don't know why I should have taken the long on euro and not on GU. Probably one of the signs could have been for me is that GU was not strong at all during New York, so we haven't even tapped back into this 15-minute, while on GU we did. On euro we did multiple times, so a bit more bullish moves from euro during New York session. But yeah, anyways, looks like we are just about to hit our initial TP. Unfortunate. Anyways, see you guys tomorrow, or if not, then the day after or the day after that. It depends whether I'm gonna trade or not. I don't know if I would want to upload videos where I don't trade, because there's not much going on, just me watching the charts and saying, oh, this form now, this happened now. I don't know, like, probably during Thursday I'm not gonna trade at all, so I don't think I'm gonna upload any videos. On Wednesday, I don't know if I'm gonna trade or not. I'm probably gonna upload a video if I'm not even gonna take a trade, and if I do take a trade, then it's gonna be a de-risked half percent trade, probably a low probability trade. Friday, we will see. Some high impact news here also during New York Open. But yeah, today was an L, but not a bad L, honestly. We got barely wigged out. Our bias was great, I believe. We broke structure on the 15 minute also. Hopefully, we're gonna hit also these other TPs here. I would be happy to see it tomorrow that I was right with the direction, with the trade, with this reversal to the upside, continuing this overall trend on the 1 hour and 4 hour. So yeah, that's it, guys. See you in the next one. All right. Well, I was right. It's midnight. I'm editing this video and about to upload it. As you can see, we not only would have hit TP 1, 2, 3, but also those higher highs that I marked out. So our risk reward would have been, oh hell, bro, like, I don't know, like a 1 to 8 ish. So yeah, still I'm happy with this loss. I was correct. I'm happy with the fact that I was correct, and the only mistake I made was setting my stop loss to the wrong low. And yeah, that's it. See you guys in the next one.